5 simple ways to fix your relationship issues. Hi friends, welcome to Marriage Realities, a comprehensive relationship channel. Today's video is all about the simple ways to fix the relationship issues you constantly face in your married life. The relationship issues you have with your spouse makes you feel very unhappy in your married life because the differences you experience with your spouse often turns your relationship into a battlefield. You love your spouse but find it impossible to avoid conflicts with him or her. You face all sorts of relationship issues throughout your married life. You face money-related relationship issues. You face compatibility issues with your spouse. There are times when your relationship issues is based around your in-laws. To top it all, you face tons of personal relationship issues with your spouse. Many a time you wonder whether you would be able to solve your relationship issues and lead a happy married life with your spouse. You're emotionally devastated when you lock horns with the person you so loved and married. Do not worry. It is quite normal to have relationship issues in your married life, and you can easily solve it provided you put your mind and soul into it. Here are 5 simple ways to deal with the relationship issues that creep into your married life. The number 1 simple way to deal with your relationship issues is to talk it out with your spouse. It is normal to have relationship issues in your married life. In fact, it cannot be avoided, but it is abnormal to stop discussing about the ways to deal with it. When you face money issues with your spouse, you should discuss about the ways to deal with your financial mess. When you face differences with your spouse, you must talk with him or her about the ways to solve it. When you stop communicating with your spouse, you never really know what is in his or her mind. And when you do not talk it out with your spouse, you will never find solutions to your relationship issues. Unsolved relationship issues will definitely drive a wedge between you and your spouse. Always discuss with your spouse whatever is in your mind and find the right solutions to solve it. The number 2 simple way to deal with your relationship issues is being overlooking. Most of your relationship issues crop up because you make much ado about the minor differences you have with your spouse. You blow the innocuous mistakes of your spouse out of proportion. You also want your spouse to behave in a way you like. There are times you compel your spouse to change according to your liking. This will never work in your relationship. You must understand that it is impossible for your spouse to always behave in a way you approve. You should also understand that the way of your spouse doing his or her work will be entirely different from you. You should never convert the differences you face with your spouse into a relationship issue. You should also overlook the minor faults of your spouse. You should give your spouse the liberty to do things his or her way. When you overlook the minor faults of your spouse, you will definitely avoid making an issue out of it. And when you do not make an issue out of the mistakes of your spouse, peace will rule over your married life. The number 3 way to fix your relationship issue is to never allow third-party intrusion. When you allow your parents or in-laws to intrude into the relationship issues you face with your spouse, there will be no solutions. Only unwanted increase in the velocity of your relationship issues. Your parents or in-laws will never understand what really is going on between you and your spouse. Your parents will always be supportive towards you and hostile against your spouse. And your in-laws will be supportive towards your spouse and unfriendly against you. So the solutions they offer for your relationship issues will always be biased and prejudiced. The best way to solve your relationship issues is not to allow your parents or in-laws to mediate between you. Instead, when you explain your stand to your spouse and listen to his or her stand, you will easily tide over your relationship issues. Understand that only both have the right to solve the problems that arise between you. Others cannot do anything for your relationship issues. The number 4 simple way to fix your relationship issues is to apologize. A simple apology will solve many of your relationship issues. Most of you do not apologize in your relationship. You might hurt your spouse in a real bad way. And there are times your spouse might hurt you intensely. But both go about your work without apologizing to each other. This creates intense anger and resentment in your relationship. You do not apologize as you feel it is beneath you to say sorry to your spouse, and that you need not apologize because you did not do anything wrong. This is not the way to behave if you want to solve your relationship issues. You should instantly apologize to your spouse if you feel you are in the wrong. And your spouse must instantly apologize when he or she is in the wrong. You do not feel hesitant to apologize to your friends, colleagues or relatives, but feel hesitant to apologize to your spouse. Do not ever hesitate to apologize to your spouse for the hurt you inflict on him or her. A simple "I'm sorry" will easily solve many misunderstandings and anger that exist between you. The number 5 simple way to fix your relationship issues is accepting your faults. Most of you dodge from accepting the fact that you were were in the wrong. In fact, you go about defending your mistakes. You also retaliate that it was your spouse who did everything wrong. Naturally, your accusations enrage your spouse no end. Instead, when you instantly accept that you were in the wrong, your spouse easily forgives you. Accepting that you were in the wrong is a unique relationship technique which never fails to deliver the goods. Your marriage means a lot to you. Your spouse means a lot to you. When you do not solve your relationship issues immediately, it could well develop into a great marriage destroyer. Yes, if you allow your relationship issues to take root, you will find it tough to save your marriage. You will also lose everything you so painstakingly built in your married life. You do not want to live through your married life feeling unhappy and miserable, do you? So, fix your relationship issues then and there to enjoy your marriage. Did this video make you understand the simple ways to fix your relationship issues? Marriage Realities will have many such relationship eye-openers. Subscribe to my channel to understand your marriage in a new light. Press the bell icon for updates about my latest relationship videos. Make love forever until death do us part, your relationship goal.